What's going on, folks? It's your man Terrence, aka the Cornbread Connoisseur. Look who I found. We cooking with Cajun right now, man. How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Man, it's a pleasure to meet you, man.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Man, I've been following you, and so what I want to know is, who put this in your mind? Like, who would have thought from that first video you posted to where we are right now? Who would have thought, man?
Not me.
Talk about that.
Not me.
Yeah.
You know, this was never even, I used to be probably one of the people that never understood social media
Okay.
and never dreamed of getting into social media. And like you said, you know, it's just one of those things that when it did happen, and of course it happened because of my kids, videoing, you know, and putting it out and letting people see it and then seeing where it went from there. And then it's actually turned into a brand.
Nice.
Which is, you know, pretty cool. I mean, it's pretty cool. I love meeting people and getting out talking to people. So this is just a, you know, icing on the cake.
Nice. And so the whole cooking thing, like, is that like a family tradition? Like, what's the whole cooking thing?
Yeah, so pretty much my dad passed away when I was young, and so growing up, I spent a lot of time with my grandmother, and she was born in 1910.
Wow.
So she didn't wholly speak English, she spoke French.
Okay.
And a lot of her cooking was the old-fashioned ways of cooking, the recipes and the ingredients they used were a lot of the old-fashioned ways of doing it. And so that was a lot of how I learned to cook growing up. And getting into the real world when I grew up, you know, and going out and working when I decided to retire, even before I retired, but when I decided to retire, I thought it would be neat to do this and show people that not only the ingredients we use, but the fashion we cook things in, that at some point, no matter where you're at in life today, no matter how rich, poor, whatever, your ancestors lived this way. And they survived cooking this way, and it's just something I want to try to keep alive and show people that, you know, it's actually enjoyable to do this, and it's just a beauty in cooking and in life.
Yeah. So you showcase the true core and the base of just cooking in general, right?
Right. Right.
And so I see you doing a lot of cooking also specifically with the cornbread in the cast iron pots. So why cast iron pots, man?
Because it just distributes the heat perfect. You get to use it on open fire, and the more you use it on open fire, the better it gets.
Of course.
And so it's just an ideal, you know, it's one of the things, even if it wasn't an ideal piece of material, I think we would still use it in the fashion that it's the way that the ancestors did, because it was the most popular item to cook on. And of course, we all know it just tastes better in cast iron.
It just tastes better, man. So,
yeah, absolutely.
So what's next for you, man? What's going on next?
Well, let's see. So we've got cornbread mix coming out.
Come on, man. Cornbread mix, man.
We got cornbread mix coming out.
Man, that's like the evolution of this, man. So when you think about where you came from with this whole situation of cornbread mix, man, talk to me about that. Like, how does that make you feel?
Man, it's exciting. Not only for me, but like just for, I think, for people in general, because I didn't come out with a cornbread mix just to have it on a box or have my face on a box or make a brand. I came out with a mix because it's truly a mix that I made my recipe. I spent months in a lab with people to make sure that we got this exactly the way I make it from scratch, with the least amount of ingredients needed at home. And you know, again, we cooked some today and let people sample, and we did 2 12-inch skillets, and they last about 30 seconds.
So one of my things too, so we travel all over the world trying cornbread, and my thing is I want to make sure that the portion of the cornbread lasts the duration of the meal, right?
Right.
It's important. Like, I don't want to have a fork in my plate, and that fork hits the bottom of the plate, my cornbread's gone.
Right.
Okay? So in your perspective, like, what do you think makes a great piece of cornbread?
Well, one thing, it's got to be savory.
Come on, man.
I don't like sweet cornbread.
You don't like sweet corn? Okay, yeah.
No.
Okay.
I like savory cornbread because I like it with other things that are real savory.
Yes.
Like green, you know, with smoked turkey necks and ham hock. You know, so I like a good, firm, but I also like a cornbread like mine, where it's savory, but it's got a hint of different flavors. It's not just corn, but it's got that good corn flavor, but it's also really soft, and it stays soft in texture.
Yes. Yes,
You know, a lot of cornbreads I find after 2-3 hours they get dry.
They get dried out.
And
yes.
I can cook mine, and the next day I can actually still have good cornbread in my pan.
Fresh.
Still fresh, still soft. You know, so
Yeah. And so finally, like the whole saying that you always close all your videos with, where did that come from?
So the whole ending of the video, the ça c'est bon.
Yep.
And that being in French, in English, that means that is good.
Yep.
So the main thing I end my videos with is motherfucking cornbread.
Yep.
And where that comes from is really pretty simple. You know, a lot of people, I think they think it's just a vulgar saying, but growing up as a kid and even as a young adult, you know, it was common for, you know, we was as friends and family, you know, would say, hey, where'd that motherfucker go? You know, so it was a normal kind of saying we had. It wasn't like in a vulgar or in a disrespectful way. And so I fixed the plate one day and I forgot about the cornbread. And right as I was going to end the video, I've got my fucking cornbread. And so I told my wife to edit that out, and she didn't.
Yeah.
And then it took off from there.
Yeah. Cool, man, that's cool, man. Listen, man, it's been a pleasure to. Oh, you know what? What's your favorite plate? Your favorite dish?
My favorite dish?
Yes,
man, I don't know. I've got a lot of.
You cook a variety of stuff.
I got a lot of. I've got a lot of dishes I love. I mean, Sunday dinner. To me, Sunday dinner has got to be the same thing. It's got to be pot roast.
Okay.
Maybe some fried chicken.
Yep.
Collards or mustard green.
Come on, man.
Black-eyed peas.
Come on, man.
Macaroni and cheese.
Come on, man. Keep going.
Sweet potato. And motherfucking cornbread.
Motherfucking cornbread, man. Listen, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Great meeting you, man. I look forward to everything you have going on, man. I'm definitely a huge fan. It's been a pleasure, man.
Thank you. I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you, brother.